Hi, this is Josh Wright, Business Development Manager here at Moehn Auto Group in Jackson, Michigan. Thank you so much for your interest in this 2006 Ford Mustang GT with 117,000 miles. The reason I'm doing this video is just to kind of disclose this vehicle is being sold as is, or what we call a wholesale to the public. The reason that we put these vehicles over here versus our normal pre-owned inventory is just because, you know, for various reasons. This one specifically, it does have some aesthetic issues on the inside and the outside that I'll go over. But we sell these vehicles as is. We have not inspected these in our service department. This doesn't necessarily mean that they're bad vehicles. This just means that it's not something that we're going to run through our typical reconditioning process. Because of that, we do greatly reduce the price versus what you would see this on a typical pre-owned vehicle lot. So you can see an asking price of $4,900 is really aggressive. But doing this video just to kind of disclose anything that I would at least want to know before coming out and looking at it, we do recommend that you either bring somebody that's, you know, mechanically inclined, or even have it possibly inspected by somebody just to make sure it's going to be a good fit for you. Starting off here in the front, the most obvious thing is some of these braking in the front stripes. I think this the previous owner did some modifications themselves, and of course they haven't stood the test of time, so to speak. So you do have some braking in these front stripes. Depending on what your plans are for the vehicle, that's obviously not going to affect the drivability or anything like that. You do have a couple of scrapes here on the front driver's side of the bumper as well. Other than that, I don't see any major defects, no cracks, no major things that are going to affect the drivability. This has an aftermarket blacked out 19-inch wheel with Mickey Thompson tires. Tires are actually in great shape. Lots of tread depth on those. I don't know exactly how much, but nothing you'd have to worry about anytime soon. The wheels are also in pretty good shape as well. Looks like they blacked out that GT and some of that paint is peeling a little bit. Moving on to the interior. I will note the side of this vehicle is actually really clean. I mean, there's not really any dents. Maybe a little one back here on that corner panel, but nothing too crazy here. Moving on to the inside. Like I said, aesthetically there are some issues. So you have some of this that's peeling off a little bit. And then of course I believe they painted these sills, and of course that's something that hasn't stood the test of time, and it is peeling a little bit. Leather is in okay shape. I mean, there's not any major rips, tears, or anything like that, but it does show signs of wear. Same thing with the floors. You do have some stains and stuff like that. I did check. I'm not going to open up too much of this, but it does have pretty much all the original paperwork, user manual, and things of that nature. You can see here the back seat. Obviously, we don't detail these vehicles as well. We just basically park them as they were traded in, but you know, leather and the back seats are in good shape as well. Nothing too crazy going on back there. Tread depth is about even from what I can tell on the front and rear tires. It does of course have the dual exhaust with the V8. So I can pop the trunk here. Moving on to the trunk area. So it does have the spare tire there. Obviously, whatever cover that typically was back here is no longer here. Like I said, I mean, we put these vehicles back here the exact same way that they were traded in. So there's a pretty nice spoiler on the back. A little bit of a dent here on that corner panel, but nothing too crazy. Looks to be about even wear on all four tires as far as that goes. So same peeling on the driver's side here on this material. I'm not sure if that's something they've added or not. It does have power windows, power locks. It does have a powered driver's seat. Not sure if that does function properly. Looks like it does have an aftermarket radio here, so go ahead and start the vehicle up. Close the door. Obviously the exhaust is nice and loud. I don't know if that's due to a aftermarket or what's going on here, but So it does have the SES light on. As I've said, we haven't diagnosed this. This could be something, you know, very minor. From what I understand, the customer that traded it in, it was a daily driver for them. They just never, you know, because they didn't see any difference in functionality, they just, you know, they never brought it in for a diagnosis. AC is blowing cold, so that's definitely a good sign. Sounds like the radio does work. Couple of cup holders here. We'll go ahead and include these pennies in the purchase as well. We won't even charge extra for that. So moving on from the outside, moving on back to the outside rather. Go ahead and pop the hood on this. So here is the engine bay. I do see it does have an aftermarket K&N cold air intake over here. Looks like possibly it replaced the headers, I'm not sure. Looks like, yeah, I believe these are either Flowmaster or maybe something somewhat similar as far as the exhaust goes. It does actually sound pretty nice, even though it is on the louder side of things. So as of right now, the vehicle is still available. If you do have any questions, concerns, feel free to reach out. My direct line here is 517-841-7689, 517-841-7689. Again, it's Josh Wright with our Moehn Auto Group. Thank you.